Welcome. Thank you guys for coming to our group therapy session today. We'll be talking about your futures. I know some of you may feel like you're struggling a little bit, so we just thought we'd talk about it, share some ideas. Does anyone want to go first?
Honestly, I feel like there's just too many choices in life. Being a psychology major, there's just so broad, and I'm not really sure which path to take.
Well, do you feel like you have any strengths or weaknesses or specific interests that you want to pursue?
I feel that I can't really do counseling, but I can do more of the study aspect of it in a scientific view, but I'm not sure yet.
A lot of young people have trouble just making a choice, and that's something that can actually be pretty dangerous because making choices is very important early on. Like, it's better to make a choice now. Even if you're not completely comfortable with it, making a choice will at least put you on the right direction. Otherwise, if you just put off making a choice later on in your 30s and 40s, you could be paying for that later. So my advice to you would be to go ahead, and if you have some interest, make a choice and go ahead and pursue it, because it's not the only choice you'll have to make. If you decide you don't want to go into counseling, then you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes, if you're in an ocean and, you don't know which way to go, and there's just so many different paths that you can take, it's hard to kind of, decide which one, because, honestly, you never know, the future and what the future's going to hold, so that's, a hard thing to, be able to 100% say, this is what I want to do, because down the road you never know if you want to change your mind, but making that decision and just going forward with it, at least, you're going somewhere instead of just, staying put and drowning.
Exactly. Sometimes you just have to pick a direction and swim to get out of the ocean. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, for me personally, it's really a question of interest in what I feel like doing. I decided on being a psychology major a long time ago, back when in my early high school years, and because I just decided that psychology was just so interesting. It was just a thing that I wanted to do. But since then, I really haven't made any progress. Psychology itself, as I learned immediately, was a really broad field. And there's just so many things you can do with it, so many directions you can take. And really what I just haven't been able to find is just the interest to pursue one particular part of it.
Well, that is another good thing about being in your 20s and being in a college environment, is that you do get a lot of opportunities to explore. The good thing about psychology is there's a lot of different directions, so my suggestion would be to continue making choices. Take different areas of classes that you might be interested in. Try social psychology, developmental, abnormal. See if you can find kind of your unknown thought, maybe something you didn't realize you knew about yourself that you were interested in, and then continue making the choices to go along with that, so you can kind of discover your own personal interests. Well, I think this group session went well. I think we talked about some good things, and we'll see you all next week for another session.